Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM dumpster fire. Today we're back for another SEINT opportunity call slash training Instagram live kind of video. That was a lot of words. Before we get into it, I just want to give a big shout out to all of my channel members. I really do appreciate you guys, and don't forget that the free way to support my channel and myself is just by liking, subscribing, leave your commentary down below, and the longer you watch my videos, the more the algorithm is gonna show it to other people because it's gonna think it's interesting. Let's just put a little disclaimer in here and let's get into this video then. Okay, so it's about 25 minutes long, so let's just start.
Everybody, welcome to the Artist Open House. We are going to chat about the SEINT Artist Program, what might be holding people back from becoming an artist, a little more info, and just all the good things. And we'll be here to answer some questions too. I'm going to have two other gals jump on with me, so we are excited to see them. But in the meantime, tell me where you're tuning in from. Oh, here's, we're going to get her on here. Oh, my name's, by the way. Oh, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Good, great.
Okay. Can
Am
you
I
see
connected?
me? Okay, I think we're good. Can you hear me?
Okay, I hear you. There seems to be a delay sometimes, but I'm here.
Okay. We're waiting for...
Hey, Sarah.
It's gonna jump on. I have these in my ears. They're not even working, so I'm just taking them out. Whatever. Oh, we have someone here from Wisconsin. Okay, love it.
Hey, McNally girls. Hey, Michelle.
So fun.
Hi,
So
Uncle Greg. Wow, a lot of people on.
your Uncle Greg?
My
Is that what you said?
uncle. My uncle's on there. I see him.
Well, that's so fun. I know we can share
Yes,
this video.
Denville.
Can we
Denville,
share
New
this live?
Jersey.
I don't think, can we share it while we're on it? No, we can't. Okay.
You're asking the wrong person. I'm not good with the text.
That's okay. So Rachel, let's just me and you talk for a second. I have never met you before. Tell me, where do you live?
Okay, so I
No, this is one of those weird things where they have never ever met each other and they meet for the very first time on these Instagram lives. And I've seen other reps, I think from Monat, do this as well. And it's just such a weird concept to me. Like, imagine the anxiety you would feel if you had to go live on Instagram with a person that you've never seen or talked to before ever in your life. I guess some people do that when they're interviewing people on YouTube and things like that, but an interview about a specific topic is completely different. And I did that with Brianna Jewel. If you haven't watched that, or if you don't know yet, last year or in 2021 she did an interview with me about the fitness influencer that put me on a very restrictive program that was supposed to be personalized but wasn't, which led for me to, you know, spiral, develop an ED, things like that. So she did interview me, and I felt great because I was watching Brianna's videos. I still watch her videos to this day, but it was an interview about a specific topic, right? So it was different. But if I was just meeting Brianna on an Instagram live to just chat about nothing and just like our jobs and our lives, that would be very different, and it would be a lot more uncomfortable than just doing an interview with her. But also that interview wasn't live, so it was easier as well. Going live makes me feel extremely anxious. But anyway.
Okay.
I am a physical therapist full-time.
Oh, fun.
So SEINT is my side hustle. I started just over 2 years ago. I call it my happy accident because, you know, like the Facebook, the lives, not the lives, the stories.
Yes.
There's like the bars and things that you touch. And my cousin was an artist, and I touched her post, and she's like, "Oh, were you thinking about being an artist?" And I was like, no. And she started to tell me about it, and I was like, well, I have to say, there doesn't sound like there's a downside at all.
Right.
And I was obsessed with the tutorials.
Okay, there's so many downsides. Like using certain products can cause hair loss, which is not relevant to Saint, but I'm just saying. Another downside is that you can lose family and friends in the process because you're going to be thought in most cases that if they don't support you, they don't love you, and you should cut them off as you don't need that negativity. You can also spend a shit ton of money and you have 99% of chances of never earning any profit. You can also go in depth with this biz, so it is not risk free, and there's nothing to lose. There's a lot that you can lose by joining an MLM, so just putting that out there.
Obsessed with the product. And I have to say this, I am super busy. I coach, I'm involved in scouting, I'm involved with my church, I work full time. I was laid off at the time because of COVID.
Oh, okay. So you joined during COVID.
So my thing is, I never would have said yes. I never would have thought I had time to do this, except for the fact that I was laid off. Now I am busier than ever and finding tons of time for this because it's like my me time with a paycheck.
Uh-huh.
So to all the ladies out there, this is my one little piece de resistance, is that if you think you don't have time for this, nobody has less time than I do, and I'm making it work. And God blessed me with introducing it at a time where I had a lot of time, because I would have said no any other time in my life, and that would have been a big, huge mistake. Huge mistake. Because this is such a blessing for me, and it's like you make time when something's important to you, and I love it. I love it.
Okay, I want to go back to something you said. You said you're a coach.
So I coach sports. I coach softball in the spring, and I've been coaching soccer in the fall.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm a physical therapist full time. I help with our church stuff. My kids are both. I was a teacher for a number of years. I also help with scouting. Hey.
Oh,
I figured it out.
Woo-hoo.
Hi.
So nice to meet you.
Good to meet
she's just telling me about how she's telling us. I keep forgetting people are watching, but telling us about her coaching. She's a physical therapist. She coaches. She's involved with scouts.
Mm-hmm.
And her church. Busy.
Yeah. And there's still time for Saint, and there's still time to bring extra money into my household, and the connections I've made with the women here, and not even just the women in Saint, but people from my past, old friends, and even my distant cousins and people I don't connect with that often, that are this has made me reconnect with so many people, and it has so enriched my life, beyond the paycheck part, just that just family, friends, love. It's just been amazing. I can't even, people have no idea until they get into it. Hi, Paul. Oh my God.
Did she say love? You find love in an MLM? How does that work? It's a little bit weird.
Hi, Paul.
I love it.
So many friends out there. I love Instagram's amazing.
It is amazing. It's just so fun.
Yeah.
Okay, we heard from you a little bit. I want to hear from you now. So tell us a little bit about yourself, where you are living, a little bit about your family, your situation, stuff like that.
Okay, so like Kelly said, my name is. I live in actually about a mile away from. So a little bit. What else did you say? I already forgot.
Well, tell us about your family.
Okay.
Your life.
So my life. I am a mom. I have 3 kids, and I don't work outside of the home. I do Saint, and I'm just busy as a stay-at-home mom. I help with the PTA a little bit. I help with my husband's business, doing some of the background stuff. And that's kind of what drove me to do Saint. My husband is amazing, but he is a million things. Like he has his full-time job, he has his side job, he serves at church. Like right now he's working on his license, and it's amazing. He's amazing. But I was like, I need something besides like helping you out.
Yep.
And so that's when I tried the makeup. I loved it. And I was like, I want to sell the makeup. And I just needed something for me that wasn't tied to my husband. So now when he needs something, I'm just like, sorry, I'm kind of busy with my own thing. Like you have to figure things out. I mean, I still help him, but it's like, I just need something for me, and the connections that I've made, it was just what I needed.
Okay, so that's a perfect segue into, why don't you tell us, so you signed up, you got the idea, what was your expectation? Where did you think, what's this question? Where did you initially think you were going to go with the business, and where are you today? We'll start with.
Okay, so I have to say, initially, my expectation business-wise.
Does anyone else feel the awkwardness and the lack of enthusiasm in this call particularly? They're usually not enthusiastic at all anyways, but this particular, you can sense that these ladies don't know each other, and the third one is very anxious as well. So it's just very awkward.
Was not big. I had zero anticipation of growing a team. I was just like, okay, you know, as a physical therapist, I never expected to not have a job. And then COVID hit, and the outpatient orthopedic clinic I was in all but shut down. So I was like, wow, I need an alternate plan. And here we are. So I started just as fun connection to kind of pull me out of the kind of depressive hole I was in at the time by not working, because that's like kind of weird. But now I am an artist 5, which, if you don't know what that means, it means I have about 25 women underneath me that have followed in my vision, joined my team, growing little teams of their own. And it's been absolutely amazing, just the support. And that's what I'm here for. I am here for just the connection with other women, the support that we give each other, that, I don't know, that just positivity and cheering each other on. You know, I'm back to work full time with physical therapy, but the extra money I make here has blessed me with, I got a new car because it covers my car payment. I'm getting a cleaning lady because it's going to cover that too. And these little perks in my life that I just didn't have room for before are now easy to say, yes, I can do that, which is just improving the quality of my life and the time I can spend with my family, despite the fact that I work the full-time job and coach. I've 2 children of my own. I have a stepdaughter who's 22. I have a son who's 13. I have a daughter who's 11. And I'm involved in like a lot of activities for all of them. So it's been just a blessing on every level. But yeah, so, you know, expecting not much other than like a little bit of socialism, you know, socializing with friends and a little bit of free product.
That's nice.
I haven't paid for my skincare in over 2 years, which is amazing. And now that the team I'm growing is just so much fun. So much fun.
That's
To
so
share
awesome.
this opportunity with other women is amazing.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. The question was, what were your expectations?
This feels more like an interrogation than a fun co-worker's interview. It feels very awkward. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Like, obviously this lady was out of work and we were in the middle of the pandemic and she felt lost and she didn't have any income and she was highly vulnerable and she was recruited, and that's the same thing that I went through as well in 2020. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I was almost recruited in 3 different MLMs: Beachbody, Arbonne, and Juice Plus, all during 2020, when I was jobless and we were in the middle of the pandemic and I didn't know what the hell am I gonna do with myself. I didn't have any income of my own. It was very stressful, and it's terrible that a lot of these people were recruited when they were the most vulnerable. But yeah, I mean, sadly she's still with the company, and it's been what, 2 years at least.
When you signed up, and where are you now? And yeah, like,
Okay.
yeah, how are you running your business? And because I know you personally, you run it the way you want it, and I love it.
So my initial thought when I signed up, I just wanted cheap makeup. I used a different makeup line for like 20 years, and I always thought I should have signed up to sell it. So when I switched to Saint, I was like, I know I like this. I'm going to sign up to sell it, and I'm going to get a discount on it. That was the only reason. Plus, I just had this burning, like, you need to do this. And it was just so out of character for me because I'm really not a salesman. So I sign up and I was like, wow, this is kind of fun. I mean, yes, the discount and the free makeup is nice, but I started connecting with old friends. I started
Connecting with old friends, aka messaging people from school and high school and college that you haven't spoke to in like decades sometimes, and reconnect with them and then recruit them into your own business. Yeah, lovely. I wouldn't do that. If I was getting paid to do that, I would never contact most of those people.
seeing, like, I do a lot of in-home makeovers, and just that change and helping someone feel pretty, that's kind of why I keep doing it, is because of how I can help other women feel. So I'm an artist too, which that means I have 2 people under me that don't really do a whole lot. They signed up also for the discount, and I thought that they would keep going with it, but they're not really doing a whole lot with it. But that's fine. So my top priority is to be a mom. I have 3 kids, and they're really spread apart. I struggled with fertility, so I feel so blessed to even have 3 kids. So my main thing is I'm going to be a mom. I'm going to be present for my kids. I want to do all that I can because it was such a blessing to finally get them, that they're my top priority. And so I can fit my Saint business. I can do a makeover when they're at school. I can do my posting. I can do my tutorials all when they're gone, so I can have my main priority of being a mom. So does that answer?
Yes, and you say, but still consistently sells quite a bit each month. So more than the average artist.
Yes, I have always been active. My goal is to just always be active. If I'm going to do the business, I might as well do it. So I've always been active and sell. And I have some really good loyal customers, just women who love the makeup as well. And they're not interested in, I don't know. I mean, it's been fun to make those connections and have the loyal customers. And so that's where my customer base is mostly just like old friends, family that also have loved the makeup.
And you do a lot of in-person stuff, right?
Yes, a lot of
would you say the majority is in person?
Yes, the majority is in person. Like when I do like shade, like if someone needs a different shade for a season, they want to come over. They don't want to send me a picture. And I found that that's been good for me to have someone to connect with, because I don't get that all the time as a stay-at-home mom with older kids. I mean, I have a 20-year-old, a 15-year-old, and an 8-year-old, and I am a stay-at-home mom. So I really like that connection of having the in-home, but that's just something that I've chosen to do.
I love it. Are no, you said you're busy. So most of your selling is going to be online, correct?
I actually do both.
Okay, tell us more.
Yeah. So my hours are done in 4 days with work.
Okay.
But my busiest time with my in-persons is Friday nights and Sunday evenings. So most of my kids' activities are weeknights and Saturdays. Church is Sunday morning. So my connections with my in-person stuff is mostly Friday nights, Sunday evenings, or maybe midday Thursday. Thursday is my one day off from like my weekday work schedule. And I love the in-person connections, but there's so many people use social media that the in-person, if you don't have time for the in-person, it's definitely not a necessity, which is kind of really good for us busy mamas, because so many people are on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. There's now we do texting parties, you can share this product, these amazing products with people within an hour with a bunch of people via text messaging. And
What? They do that over text now? How does that even work? Does anyone know how that works? Please let me know down below if you do.
I have to say, like, clients are loving it. They're loving not having to leave their home. They're loving that it's like kind of brought right to their lap in the comfort of having a glass of coffee at home, a cup of coffee or a glass of wine or whatever they're doing. And the ones that want in person, I'm here for it. And those personal connections are amazing too. I've met people I never would have met before from like nearby, like next door towns, because people have heard of SEINT now, so when they see you post something and they hear you're a SEINT artist, they're like, oh, hey, I want to learn more about what that's about, because this cream makeup is like nothing else out there. And
Oh, really? Is that why you only have 25 people in your downline over like the space of 2 years? Not that many people are interested, especially if they realize that it is an MLM. I feel like a lot of people out there are more and more aware of what MLMs are and how harmful they are. And even if they don't want to be recruited, they also a lot of the times don't want to buy any stuff from the MLM because they don't want to support the MLM in any kind of way. So
people want to see it. They want to try it. So it's been so fun.
That's awesome. And while we're going to segue into, so we just have about 10 more minutes. Why is now going to be the best time of year to sign up as an artist?
I'm sorry, but this lady also did a terrible job with this interview. Like, it's so slow, and she is thinking of her questions as she's going instead of actually preparing and having questions ready for these people. It's just very slow and very awkward and very fake to me. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but it feels very unnatural.
I have some thoughts, but I didn't know if you two had some thoughts. Being it January, close to the holidays, or sorry, it's November, close to the holidays, and I'm thinking of the birthday party in January. So,
Go ahead and answer.
Yeah, November
Yes.
is usually always the largest sales month in direct sales for the year, especially with our business because of
She is so unready, and this is so unprofessional and awkward. Oh my god, I'm feeling secondhand embarrassment.
holiday deals, Black Friday, people's pocketbooks are open. They're looking to buy things. And I don't know about you guys, but I often buy my own Christmas presents. Like the husband's like, I don't know what to get you. And you're just like, I know what to get me. And, they just tell you maybe to order it. And so this is a great time to join the artist program to make some Christmas cash, because November, you sell some makeup, you're going to get a bonus check on the 10th of December. And you get paid 5 times a month. You get paid every Friday. And then whatever you make on top of the 20% commissions is paid to you on the 10th. And then we want to talk about the artist kits. So we have 3 different kits now, both available in the US and Canada. So we have an essentials kit. It's $99 in the US. and it's 139 Canadian. And that is just it's gonna give you a brush, a palette, a lip conditioner, the brush cleaner. It's gonna get you started. So if you're like, I literally have no money, or
I love how these two are just silent. They're not even saying anything, not even nodding. It's as if they're not even listening to her. It's so awkward.
or you're like, I literally have so much makeup, Saint makeup already. The essentials might be a good route for you if you're not planning on putting it on other people. The basic kit is $225 US, 315 Canadian. That's going to give you 19 singles, 19 cream singles. You're going to get 2 brushes. You're going to get a perfector, 3 palettes. And that's a great starter option. A lot of people love getting the Pro Kit. It's about 80% off the retail price of the makeup. It's $450 US, 630 Canadian. Comes with 23 cream foundation shades. And then now it's random. So you don't get to pick what colors. It comes with highlights, contours, lip and cheeks, and illuminators. You're going to get a variety of those. You're going to get 12 eyeshadows. You're going to get 6 brushes, 4 palettes, the Saint cream, and a perfector. So
Wait, that's so expensive, but it's randomized. Shouldn't it be the more expensive it is, the more you can choose what you're paying so much money for? That doesn't make any sense to me, but it seems like it's mostly intended to be for inventory loading. So you may not use the products that you get, but you can use them as an inventory, right? That's what it sounds like to me.
3 different options. You can talk to the artist that sent you to this video to watch to decide which kit is the best for you. I'm curious, what kit did you 2 sign up with? And I'll tell you which one I did.
I went with the Pro Kit. I just wanted to have everything possible to have the best start.
Uh-huh.
Same. I did the Pro Kit, and my thought was that I had a little bit of stuff, but I figured any duplicates I had, it was worth having those duplicates to gift, my good customers, or, offer as hostess rewards, things like that, which, whoever invited you here can talk to you about how all that works. But it definitely, November, December, there's never a bad time to join.
Right.
But right now is like amazing because of all the sales you could offer your new clients. And
I was trying to let that slide, but there is definitely a bad time to join. A bad time to join would be anything after like a few months or a year of the company, because the only way you would have any chance of succeeding in an MLM is if you join early enough. But also if you have a big following on social media that you can recruit. The good time to join an MLM is when it's only starting up. So in the beginning, if you join early enough, you actually do have a slight chance of earning money in the MLM. There's definitely a bad time to start the business, and November doesn't change anything. People are always going to be doomed to fail because according to the FTC, up to 99% of people in all network marketing companies never earn any profits. So that's not a coincidence. That's not a made up number either. Those are facts, and it's just the way it is because the business model is set up for people to fail. So only top 1% at the top actually earns money, and those are usually people, like I said, who either joined early enough or who already had big social media following, and then they recruited a bunch of their followers into their team. So
the fact that we get the most sales now, so it's easiest to pay off your kit the fastest right now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, and honestly, after you join and pay off your kit, which, hopefully the artist that you join with under will help you launch. And most people can pay off their kits within a month or 2 if you put in a little bit of work. But after that, it's $13 a month in the US. I'm not sure what it is in Canada, but that's like you have to sell $70 a month to cover that and have no loss whatsoever. There's really not, I haven't found a downside to this. That's just me from my personal experience.
I'm sorry, but if you didn't find a downside to an MLM, then you did not do your research properly. Because if you have, you would find a lot of downsides to it.
That the product is amazing, and if you just talk about it in person, you share about it a little bit on your social media. If obviously if you're on Instagram, you have social media, it kind of sells itself.
Right. I was surprised
Hi,
at how
Asha.
I paid off my kit. I paid it off so fast without really trying too hard. So if that's anyone's concern, it happens so fast paying that off.
If you put in the work, it's not
Yeah.
like there are some girls that get a kit and are like, okay, like, or they'll share it once or they'll talk about it once and they're really like,
Yeah, let's blame the victims again, right? The victims of this scam, in my opinion, of course.
like, so how do I see how many sales I got?
Like I said, it takes a little bit of work, a little bit. You know, you have to kind of be a little bit consistent for a month or two. But
Yeah. Yep. Okay, I'm looking through to see if we have any questions in the comments. We just have a couple minutes, and if we don't have any questions, we can just go ahead and hop off. But I want to thank, I don't see any, but I want to thank you guys for jumping on here today and kind of chatting with us. And it was nice getting to know you.
you too. This was
Yes.
fun. An unexpected little surprise.
Yes, truth be told, they haven't known about being on here for very long. And since he is my neighbor, I got to be on and I just called, what are you doing right now? Because in 10 minutes, you're going live with me. She's like, okay. So,
But you know, one of the amazing things about the Saint Sisterhood is there's never a lack of support. There's never a lack of picking up if someone can't do it, which makes our lives very easy as artists because you get stuck, you commit to something and you can't do it. There's always a sister out there that is like, hey, I got you. And they pick it up. It's just amazing. I've really found that there's not, I haven't met positivity in the world in a group of women like this. And I played sports in college and was in clubs and, you know, the whole 9 yards. There's been nothing out there like the Saint Sisterhood. And I'm not even joking about this. It's been amazing.
I agree. It is amazing. Okay. Well, we hope y'all have a good night. Contact the artist that invited you to watch this, and maybe they didn't. And now we have piqued your interest. Go ahead and tag your artist. This will be a post available as soon as we jump off the live. And we all hope you have a fantastic evening.
Yes. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in.
See you.
I mean, I don't know whose interest this would pique. Certainly not mine. Even if I was not a part of the anti-MLM movement, I would not be interested. This was very boring, very awkward. I would not make it to the end unless obviously for a video, but let me know if you made it to the end. They need to seriously stop calling each other sisters and calling this whole thing sisterhood, because it's creepy AF. Why did you call her last minute and tell her we're going on a live 10 minutes and ask this woman to join us whom I've never met before in my life? And then she couldn't even figure out like a few questions to ask them during this live. You could have made it in 15 minutes and take 5 minutes to think about questions that you were gonna ask them. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. You are a trooper, and big shout out to all of my channel members and everyone else who's watching. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. It would really help me out a lot. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.